we have our PBIS Point Leader video for the month of March. So we're starting off with kindergarten with Mrs. Christner's homeroom, Leslie Selly and Keon Reese, Mrs. Duckett's homeroom with Lena Briscoe and Araya Harvey, and Mrs. Wagner's homeroom with Obeda Fertrari and Jason Kinsey. Now on to first grade, we have Miss Shemansky's homeroom with Shalea Franklin and Percy Kenny and Zariah Simpson. There was a tie there. Miss Davis's has Eden Cardona and Nori Bull, and then Miss Lauria's has Joni Dosdor and Melchizedek Naomi. Now for second grade, we have Miss Pryor Turney's homeroom with Raquel Fox and Richard McIntosh, Mrs. Schreiber's homeroom with Edward Kuth IV and Malachi Lee, and Mrs. Ziegler's homeroom with Israel Pridgeon and Hajar Fertrari. Moving on to third grade, we have Miss Dennison's homeroom with Ivy Bull and Ethan Shannon, and then Mrs. Papinzi's homeroom with Brandon Ray and Tamar Smith. For fourth grade leaders, we have Miss Bender's homeroom with Araceli Cruz, Robert Ferrier, and William Franklin Johnson. There was another tie there. Mr. Callow's homeroom with Sophia Fordham, and another tie for Miss Finnerty's homeroom. We have Kiara Moore, Zaya Raya Moore, and Ezekiel Nyambi. Now for fifth grade leaders, we have Miss Luca's homeroom with Nyante Johnson and Zamaya Flowers, and then Miss Tidrick's homeroom with Delrico Howard and Antonio Tippy. Moving on to sixth grade, we have Mr. Trilla's homeroom with Nikish Williams and Anaya Struthers, Mr. Lubbock's homeroom with Viviana Biang and Cassidy Kuth, Mrs. Page's homeroom with Stephen Feckety and Jason Imler, Mr. Ann's homeroom with Jayliana Montgomery, and Miss Smith's homeroom with Christopher Rose and Liam Guy. Now, seventh grade leaders, we have Miss Amper's homeroom with Isaiah Biang and Donald Russell, Miss McGuire's homeroom with Isaiah Walker and Selassie Alford, and Mr. Ann's homeroom with John Goodnight. Last but not least, we have our eighth grade leaders. We have Miss Corey's homeroom with Mara Bohorich and Sean Kenny, Miss Roberts' homeroom with Deshaun Eady and Arlette Cruz, and Miss Wheeler's homeroom with Jamal Younger and Adrian Butera. Congratulations to all of our top leaders for the month of March.
Created using Powtoon.